Hi, this is 365801 and this is my reading vlog for the BonBon Read-a-thon. So it's actually Thursday. It started yesterday and I started reading this volume. This is definitely going down as the one that I don't have a lot of expectations for. So I went in with low expectations and they weren't even met. So it was worse than being like, I don't know, maybe it'll be okay, probably not. It was bad. It was bad, guys. It was really bad. So Live for Love by Jun Mayama. This is a June manga title and it was published in February 2009. It has a subtitle, BL Detectives, which I did not know about until I started reading it. The art style is not to my taste and is actually not very well done. I'm like, Jun Mayama, have you considered a career in accounting? It's pretty bad. The story as well is very poorly written. There's pacing issues. The comedic elements do not land. None of it is funny. There is sexual assault that's supposed to lead to love, which of course is one of the worst tropes in all of romance, not just BL, but it's especially bad in BL, and I would say especially bad in this one when it is so violent and then it's just like, oh, but he said he loved me afterwards. Right. This could actually be put down as like dark or heavy or adult themes, because one of the main characters, Nomura, has to deal with the fact that he was adopted as a child, and he's got a lot of issues around that because he was obviously a baby that was unwanted or could not be loved, and instead the mother gave birth to him and he was found inside a coin locker, which I did think was quite amusing in the fact that it reminded me instantly of the importance of being earnest and the baby that was accidentally left in the bag at the train station, and Lady Bracknell saying, "The line is immaterial." And it turns out this is obviously a coin locker at a train station, so it has that sort of shades as well. But he's you know, it's been a traumatic thing for him to have to deal with, and also the family that he was adopted into eventually did have their own child, and he always felt like at that point he was unneeded, and even then he was always striving for you know, the top spot in the class, going to Tokyo University, getting a job at the Ministry of Finance, you know, anything to be the source of pride for a family that he didn't actually feel like he was belonging to. I did not like these characters, either of them. I did not like any of the characters. I did not like the art. Pacing's all off. Panel work is not good. I mean, look at this. This is this is one of the most ugly. This reminded me of, look at that. Do you not think that reminds you of something? Do you remember that? What was it? Was it a Jesus Christ medieval portrait, and someone did a really absolutely horrendous job of trying to fix it, and it just looked horrendous. And that just instantly I was like, ugh. So yeah, the art is not of the best. So yeah, this was not a good start. But it is I have really low expectations, and the lowest of my low expectations weren't even met. It's that bad. So yeah, it is a buzzword as well, which is great. So live is for January, life and death, living, all those ones. But love is also, you know, love is a doing word. So it's a verb, so it's a verb for February. So this does help me to get some of my prompts done. As you can see here, I do have some packages. So why don't we open up my packages to see what else I can read maybe for this readathon. So first things first, I wonder if I can get it open without showing my dress because I couldn't be bothered. There we go. I think I know what this is. Yes, I do. This is Midnight Rain by CTK. This is a Sublime title. This is probably going to have adult themes. It looks very adult. Ethan lives a monotonous life trying to pay off his crippling debt until the day Mike appears at the neighbourhood laundromat, looking the worse for wear. Both men find themselves struggling in different ways to go on, and it's these struggles that bring them together in the throes of passion, while simultaneously threatening to tear them apart. So this looks quite interesting, probably very adult. It's also obviously LGBT, because that's mainly what I read. So this could also be a new title, so it's been released in the last 12 months. It's a fairly new release. I mean, it's literally just been released, and they had it on sale for $6.99, so I was like, I'm going to take this new one. I don't have too many new ones, so this is another one. So let's open this one underneath, and yeah, as you can tell, it's quite big. We'll see what I've got else that I can read. Okay, let's see. How do I open this up? Let's see, hopefully it is good. Ooh. Oh, wow, it is packed. Very heavy. Fancy, fancy. The Pole Clan by Moto Hagio. This is a lovely Fantagraphics publication. It looks in very good condition, considering. I was a bit worried because it's obviously Amazon posting it. They just shove it in a box. Hope that it's fine. This is a big chunky one, so I don't think I'll be able to read all of it, but maybe. But I kind of wanted to read it with volume 2 as well. I don't know when I'm going to be able to pick it up, but volume 2, but I do think it is definitely something I'm happy to have in my collection. Very happy to have the Pole Clan volume 1. So I might read this, I might not, but I do have this one to read, and I will definitely read this one because this is quite easy. But yeah, this one I got for £18. I know, I'm so pleased. It was on the website for £44 or £45, and they were having a sale. Lots of things that are hardback are being reduced at the moment on Amazon. There's so many things I could buy, so many things. But when I saw this for only £18, brand new, I'm like, okay, I definitely need to get this. So I need to get volume 2 to be able to get the complete set, and I think it will be a big chunky read. I wasn't sure if I wanted to read this now or in October, because it is a vampire story. Even though it's not terribly scary, I do think it would be fun to read this in October. Anyway, other things I could read. Let's kind of see what's next on my TBR. I was planning on doing a sort of reading TBR thing, but I still haven't, because of the way that my year has started. My January has not started brilliantly, so unfortunately it has just ended up being a bit of a pain with the whole Wi-Fi thing. But what I did do was get this jar, and I put in lots of things that I need to read. So I will read Midnight Rain, but I may as well choose something else. Ooh, Love Syndrome. I was actually quite pleased that I just managed to pick one out. I was thinking, because it's Valentine's, it would be good to read a lot of titles that have love as one of the words in the title. So there you go, Love Syndrome. I'll have to try and see if I can find it. But yeah, Midnight Rain will be a new release. Live for Love, and then another one, Love Syndrome. So let's go and see if I can find it in my drawers. So I've found Love Syndrome, and it is another June manga title. This one is by Yura Miyazawa and published, let's see, January 2011. I can't say I'm particularly thrilled. I don't know, it doesn't seem like one. It does say it's sweet, that it's 4 sweet tales of secret crushes. Lots of romance. So, I don't know, a very lovey-dovey one. I think this one will be full of adult themes. Midnight Rain. This one might be very lovey-dovey. I don't know. I'll read it and see, because as I've said, I'm not necessarily creating a TBR. I've got my little jar here for making my TBR up so that I can actually just roll with the punches and read some of my unread manga. So yeah, I guess these are the 2 that I will be reading next. So I will check in with you when I have read them. So I'm gonna spend the evening. I've just made some dinner. It was really good. I made myself a self-made curry. I haven't done that in a long time. I also made like tandoori chicken to go along with it and some lovely rice. So I've had something to eat my dinner proper, but now it's snack time because I've got Midnight Rain and Love Syndrome. So I'm gonna spend a wee bit of time reading this. Here I've got my tea, which is an English breakfast one, some Danish butter cookies, and a bit of chocolate because it is that time where I need to gorge on the carbs and I'm overly tired and all of that. But I also have a Meg with Books video. So, wow, I'm going to have a bath later. What an evening! This is the best kind of evening. I've got the heating on, I've got the hot water on, and I've got my clothes on the clothes horse and on the radiators drying as well. Oh, so good. So, and I've washed my dishes, so I'm feeling very good about sitting down and just enjoying my evening. So I just finished reading Love Syndrome by Yura Miyazawa, and I'm like, who are these people on the front cover? Who are these men? Who are they? Sorry to this man. I don't know who they are, but these people on the back, I'm like, yeah, okay, I recognize them. This book was full of short stories, so it could be used for the short stories, because it's just a collection. It's a one shot, but it's a collection of short stories. So it could be used for that one. It's dead sweet, full of romance, so it could be used for that prompt. It's also one that I didn't have high expectations for, so it could be used for that prompt. It's in my wheelhouse. This is my comfort zone, and it's a BL title, LGBT and all that. So yeah, this could work for so many prompts. I'm just going to leave it open for just now. I don't know which one I'm going to choose in the end for each of them. But yeah, this is added to my little pile. I have just watched Izzy's vlog, Happy for Now, and read this while I've been sitting here. So I'm just about to go up into my bath. And continue with an audiobook while I'm in the bath. What have I been listening to? Smash and Grab yesterday, but I finished Cry Wolf. I've done a reread of the Big Bad Wolf series because I love it. So I finished listening to Cry Wolf, then I ended up listening to the whole of Smash and Grab, and then I ended up starting oh god, I can't even remember what it is I'm listening to right now. But it's a Kira Andrews one, because suddenly there are a lot more male romance titles on Audible. And not all of them are necessarily highly rated. So I'm a little bit like, ooh, what should I listen to? So I'm going to listen to that while I'm in a bath. But this was really good. Love Syndrome was much better than I thought it was going to be. It's just full of sweet, cute, look at that. Sweet, cute Bishonen and guys who are in love with their wee Bishonens. That's pretty much it. And there was one single panel that I was like, oh, this is it. So this guy is in love with this guy, and this guy is also in love with this guy, but he doesn't recognize that it's love. Anyway, they end up in this like sort of guest house restaurant cafe thing. Anyway, this guy came to go help him out, and there he is with his fancy waiter costume, and there's the customers going, he's so cool. But as you can see, there's a third one off to the side. Dunk. This one made me laugh so much. It's not just the fact that there's a man there going, oh, with heart eyes. It's the fact that the pal he's with, having his tea or coffee, is like, dunk. Like, what, dude? Oh, that was just a really really funny little panel. So it was comedy as well. It made me laugh. So yeah, this was all in all much better than I thought it was going to be, because the front cover artwork does not inspire confidence. And in fact, the artwork inside is much better. So I'm intrigued to see what other Yura Miyazawa titles there were, and if there are any others that have been published in English. I'm not sure, I don't know. I'd have to check what do I actually own, because I almost own all of the out of print stuff, so I'm getting near it. But that does mean that I still have, in its plastic, still is Midnight Rain. So this will definitely be like either an adult one or a tearjerker one. Adult themes, tearjerker, or a new one. So I'm not too sure what kind of thing it is. So I'm going to take this up to bed with me. I will check in with you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a bit of a busy day because I need to make sure my house is all tidy and it's not ready for visitors. I'm having a visitor come on Saturday. So I'm excited about that. And I'd like to do a bit of baking or something, like maybe some raisin and oatmeal cookies or something like that. Maybe make something like soup or chili or something. So like a big pot full of something nice and warm. So I might do a bit of cooking as well. But because it is the BonBon Read-a-thon, making some nice, cute or delicious cookies or sweets or something like that might be quite nice. Maybe make some more fudge, because that was great fun. The Christmas fudge I made was amazing. So yeah, maybe making some delicious food would be good. And I have no idea what else I'm going to read after. So this is going to get read tonight. I'll check in with you tomorrow, and then we will pick a new title to read. I will probably pick one that I want to read and another one out of the jar. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. It is the next day. I've just had a package arrive, which I'm going to open. And I've started Midnight Rain, but only just, I'm kind of a little bit into it, not too far, because I was finishing a book. What was it? Honeymoon for One, I think it was, by Kira Andrews. And so I finished that, was it last night or this morning? So I've started this one as well. Anywho, I have also started reading The Husband Hoax by Saxon James, because that came out yesterday. So yeah, I started a few books. This though is very special. So we're going to open this. So I might end up reading this for the BonBon Read-a-thon, because it's a new book, and I think it might be appropriate. But also, this is super, super important, so I'm kind of excited. So yeah, this is quite an exciting moment. This is probably one of the biggest white whales I've gotten in a long time. If it is what I think it is. It's usually on eBay for £80, and I found it listed for £8. With buyer protection and shipping, the total comes to £11.99, which is recommended retail price. Are we ready? Drumroll please, for a white whale. Stay Close to Me by Yaya Sakuragi. Oh my god, it's in excellent condition. I was so scared. I was thinking it might be terrible. But it's actually really good. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Wow. Okay, I'm very, very excited about this. £11.99. Honestly, guys. Wow. And it's got lots of sweets and things like that, so I think it'll be perfect. Oh, cannot believe this. This is amazing. So as I said, I saw this on a site that I don't usually visit, so I'm kind of amazed. But yeah, no idea what it's about. Is it all one story? Is it a set of stories? I don't actually think this has ever been read. It feels like it's never been opened. Oh my god. So yeah, this was August 2010, so around that point in time it is quite difficult to get hold of some of these older 10-year ago, 12, 13-year ago titles. Stay Close to Me. In immaculate condition for £11.99. Oh my god, guys, oh my god. So this means that I have only two June manga titles, not yaoi novels, but only two manga, not even titles, volumes I need to get to have a complete June manga set. Oh my god. There's a couple of newer ones that I need to pick up, but as they're coming out, I don't feel so bad about it. But yeah, I think I just need to get Kazuna Deluxe Volume 3, like everyone in the world, and Kurashina Sensei's Passion Volume 2, and I could not care less about that volume. Kazuna Volume 3 I really want, and I'm annoyed because I could have had one and I didn't buy it, and I could have had the whole set for £25. I could have had the single volume for £20, and I didn't, and I really wish I had. But this is the thing, like, if you don't trust the process, you'll get there in the end. And it was like fated. It was fate that I was going to check the website and there it was going to be. So instead of £80, 8. And it's in such good condition. I'm so pleased. So yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing, and I'm so happy. So yeah, I'll probably end up reading this because look at all these wee cute snacks. Isn't it perfect? Isn't it perfect? Anyway, what have I got to do today? It's a little bit later in the morning, and I need to go to the post office, and I need to go get some shopping. I need to tidy my house because my visitor's coming tomorrow, and I would like to make some things like some cookies or bread or lemon curd or something nice, and also make sure that the house is all tidy and clean. So yeah, wow. When I tell you, my heart stopped when I saw my heart stopped. Anyway, okay, I will check in with you when I've read a bit more. Oh, so excited! So I don't know how it got so late, but it's already almost like 2:30, 3. Anyway, I got back. I did a few things that I was supposed to. I found this plate. It's a lovely heart one because they're doing, you know, like Valentine stuff. And it's the same plate as my mum had. And I actually saw the exact same plate in a different charity shop a few weeks ago. Or maybe even before Christmas. And I didn't pick it up. And then when I went to go visit my parents' place, my mum almost always used this kind of plate. It's a little like flora one. I don't know if you need to collect tokens or whatever. But anyway, so she would always have that. But I couldn't find the plate when I was there. And even my sister noted that its absence. Anyway, so when I saw this, I thought maybe she would like another one. So there's a wee gift. But I may as well use it. Anyway, I also got this hot water bottle because when I was on the phone to my mum the other day, she says, "Have you got a hot water bottle?" And I said, "No." And then I remembered because my sister's coming and she's coming to visit tomorrow. She has, here, she has, like, blood of a lizard. I'm like my mum, just take on another jumper. But she's like really cold-blooded. She needs the heating on and she needs all the blankets. And so I thought she might appreciate a hot water bottle. And it's all fluffy and furry. How nice. In fact, it is quite nice. Anyway, I also got some goodies for her while she's here. So we've got some celebrations. So it is the BonBon Read-a-thon. So there should be some sweets, some Maltesers, and I even got a double-decker. Oh. And a wee bottle of Coke because I am in two minds about what to eat. Anyway, I still need to read more of this, so I'm going to, but I need to tidy up my house a little bit more and get ready. But I don't know what to have. So while I was at the shops, I found cheese slices and ham and coleslaw, and I could just have that on a roll, which is like childhood. That with a wee half a double-decker and a wee drink of Coke is like, ooh, it's such a treat for me. The weirdest thing when you get cheese slices. But when I saw the coleslaw and the ham, I was like, oh no, a cheese slice on a roll. Ooh. But I still have curry that I made last night. which was delicious, and I could just stick on some rice and eat that, and that would be very filling, but it might send me into a wee comatose state. I'm thinking I don't know what to have. Anyway, I'll have something. I'll read the rest of this. I'll tidy up some more, and I'll probably check in with you, I don't know, whenever I've finished. Whenever I've finished. Or maybe even tomorrow. That's probably a good idea. But yeah, so happy days! My spoils of war. No books, unfortunately. No no book treasure, but plate treasure. Woo! And I kind of wish I got the other one, because then I'd have a wee set. Maybe she'd like it. I don't know. Hopefully she will. Maybe she'll have another one. There you go. But yeah, this is... I really do need to tidy up. But food first. So it's actually Sunday now. It's the next day. Got my lovely roses all done, so it looks nice. I have not made much progress with this. I am still behind. So this reading vlog is not doing great with the reading. But we did go to the charity shop, and there was some great books. Becky Chambers, I think, is the person who's getting a lot of like hype at the moment for her little novella, Duology, and I really want to read it because it sounds interesting. But I saw these two, and I thought I'd pick them up because they were only £1. And I saw this one, which I could get for the library, but there it is for £1, so I may as well get it as well. And then this one sounded interesting too. I've never heard of it. I don't really know anything about it. I don't really get much from the synopsis, so I'm wondering what that's all about as well. But yeah, I picked up these 4 books at the charity shop. We then went to a lovely place and had coffee and cake, and I did not vlog any of that because I forgot. But we're about to go for a nice walk now, so I will check in with you later. So it is now, actually it's Valentine's Day, and I have a little bacon roll and a cup of coffee. I have now finished, finally, Midnight Rain by CTK. It really didn't take me very long, but I am finding it a little bit difficult to sit down and concentrate. Sometimes that just happens. Like, it's much easier for me to listen to something than it is to sit and read. I had my visitor over. We had a really good time. Obviously went for nice walks and had some delicious food and just hung out and had a good time. And so it was nice to have a visitor. But it did mean that I haven't read very much at all. And it is the final day of the BonBon Read-a-thon. It's also the first day of the Manga Love Readathon. So I guess anything I read today will technically count towards both. I guess. But because this one is a new one that has arrived, and because it does have sweets or biscuits on the front, I did think this would be a good one to read for today. So it's either probably going to be the final thing I read for the BonBon Read-a-thon, or it's the first thing I read for Manga Love Read-a-thon. I have read other things than manga. Like I mentioned, I did read The Husband Hoax, and I did read Honeymoon for One, and I think I read something else. And also this morning I read some webcomic episodes, which were Pian Pian, like an extra special, and the next episode of Jinx, which of course is fabulous and terrible in equal measure. And by terrible I mean like, oh my poor baby, someone save him from this terribly, terribly big man. Oof. Anyway, I love it. I love it. So I did read Midnight Rain. It was just a cute, sweet little story. Nothing much actually happens. It's very much two guys in a town or city that's kind of run down. There's they're on like the lowest end of like poverty scale, just eking out an existence, and they end up kind of just comforting each other and finding almost like found family in this relationship. It's dead cute. Ethan and Mike, and this is Ethan, this is Mike. Ethan, with his facial hair and his hairy chest and his blushy cheeks, is just adorable. He's adorable. And Mike is like the kind that has the kind of evil look, like he's gonna beat you up, but also has some blushy moments as well. I don't want to flick through it too much because there is some quite raunchy scenes. It's just them, you know, admitting that there might be something more between them, helping each other out. I don't want to go into it too much. I don't know why, but it's a nice little story. But it wasn't like outstanding, other than the fact that there's men who are presented very manly, with, you know, body hair, which isn't something that we get a lot of in BL. I don't know why that is. There's only a few mangaka. I should probably make a list actually of mangaka that are they're not necessarily into the beautiful boy aesthetic, but they're much more into the like manly man. It's very, like, that sounds a little bit like a heteronormative of me, I know, but it's that whole thing of like, you know, bears deserve love too. But it is very much like how we present the male physique in BL isn't always it isn't varied in some cases. I think we're getting so much more of that now, and I'm really happy about that, whether it be different sizes or genders or races, races, bodily physiques, body hair. I think having all of those, like, it comes to like women generally in BL, there's not a huge amount of variation either. I think that's just something that has it's not terribly realistic at times, and I know that that's kind of the case, whereas this one you can see it looks very much like, yeah, this is quite realistic, and I quite like that. It felt very real. It felt like this could have been a story. Not necessarily high school teenage boys with no body hair at all, which feels a bit odd. I do think that when mangaka start adding these kinds of elements to it, it does give it a sort of gentle and realistic sensuality that that didn't exist previously. I think that's where the evolution of BL is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have a wee read of Stay Close to Me. This is probably going to be the end of this vlog. I could just carry on, or I could start a new one for Manga Love Readathon. I don't know if I might just read things and not, because sometimes the pressure of reading for a vlog, when actually, yeah, there are other things I want to do. Things catching my eye. It's really bad because webcomics are the worst. I go onto Instagram and I see something and I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, and where is it available? And I'll go and download that app, and then that's me for like the next hour, and I'm like, hold on, you were supposed to be doing something. That's always the way. So yeah, I'm gonna have a wee read of this one. I'm also going to finish watching Caitlin, who's just put up her best of 2022 books. So lots of male romance recommendations. So I'm going to watch that as well. So yeah, I'll check in with you with the final book, and let's see if this was worth, well, it was definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it, but let's see if it was actually a good story. But it's Yaya Sakuragi, so it probably is. Yeah, so I'll just check in with you later. So it is now in the evening of Valentine's Day. I'm going to go and make myself something to eat, like a little charcuterie board, but it's not actually going to be. It might just end up being a bagel. Well, I could have something proper, but there are nice things like olives and sauerkraut, things like that. Anyway, this is all that I actually managed to read in manga terms for the BonBon Read-a-thon. In book terms, I actually read quite a lot. I read Smash and Grab, The Husband Hoax, a bit of Cry Wolf, and Honeymoon for One. I've also started another one which was Featherbed. So I've read quite a bit. In terms of the manga, I've only had 4 volumes, which is a bit disappointing. Live for Love, not much in terms of expectations, and it's very, very bad. Love Syndrome was full of little short stories that were super sweet and cute and just nice and lovely. Midnight Rain was also a nice story, but it was very like adult. There was a lot of violence. So yeah, I would say that was an like adult one that I don't usually go for. And then there was Stay Close to Me. That was also a new one, obviously a new release. And then Stay Close to Me, which I don't know if this is hyped, but I hyped it. Hyped in the BL manga community. It's hyped for me because I got it. Woo! So yeah, I only read these 4. I've got some. That's all the chocolate I've got left. Well, I've got this as well, and I've got some of those cookies left. So I still have some goodies. I did also have something nice this morning. We bought some, like, it's kind of a tray bake type thing. It's basically like tiffin. It's basically tiffin, and we got it at the fancy place that I didn't film at because I totally forgot. But it was nice. It was chocolatey. It was good. So I've had some chocolate already today. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to eat them. You're getting eaten later. So yeah, in terms of the BonBon sweets, I think I fulfilled that as well because I had some actual sweets and to choose from. It's not the same as like a Quality Street tin or something like that. But also I had some good reads. I would say Stay Close to Me. What did I give it? Like a 4-star. Midnight Rain is like a 3.5. Love Syndrome is like a 3. And Live for Love is like a 2. Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. So in terms of that. But in terms of the actual taking part, just because of the way that my weekend was, I didn't get as much reading done, but I did have a great time with my sister coming to visit, and we did get to do lots of things. So I had a great BonBon Read-a-thon. I hope everyone else did as well. So yeah, thanks for hosting the BonBon Read-a-thon. That was really good. So I'll put all the details down in the description. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good one. How many did you get read for your BonBon Read-a-thon? I might continue on this vlog, or at least I might continue vlogging and do another one for Manga Read-a-thon, which is hosted by Shay as well. So that's carrying on until I think the 19th. But then I'll also have my reading vlog for the read that I'm doing with Katie, which I usually vlog. So otherwise I'd just be vlogging, so I don't know. I might stop vlogging here and just read things for Manga Read-a-thon. That's maybe better. It gives my vlogging brain a time off. But anyway, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little vlog. Hopefully it's not too long, because I don't really want to do too many long vlogs. And yeah, if you can get hold of Stay Close to Me, I recommend it. Other than that one word, because it does have... Did I even talk about this? I don't think I did. This was great. I loved it. I'm really... It's Yaya Sakuragi, so it's beautiful and lovely and cute. And it's a really sweet one. So Ichan's the one with the dark hair, and Shibata are childhood friends. Shibata was always the cute, smaller child that needed to be protected, and Ichan came and saved him, and he always looked up to him and basically loved him from childhood, except he grew up to be a giant. He's 6 foot. And Ichan hasn't quite grown that much. What's the difference? What did they say? 5'8" and 6 foot, bang on the nose. And so he doesn't feel like he's cute, or that Ichan will like him, because there's the whole thing about them being boys anyway. But it's super cute, and their relationship is just wonderful. I love it. And I love how everyone accepts Shibata, and everyone accepts that Shibata and Ichan are together. They're a very accepting high school, and I'm 100% here for it. So I do enjoy this. There is just one word, unfortunately, and it is the S word, which I've mentioned in other publications that I do not like. And also, you know, like if Beyonce and Lizzo can take it out of their songs, then, you know, we can stop putting it in BL manga. Thank you. Please and thank you. Okay? And I know exactly who I'm talking about. It's a translation choice, you know. So unfortunately, Laura Russell back in 2010 did the translation, but all the people who are on that list, they're all part of the publishing team that put this out there. And if they think, hey, it's fine to use that word, and I know some Americans still use it, as is evident from the last year and the music industry, but there are equally enough Americans who are saying, no, that's not appropriate, it's ableist, it's a slur, stop using it please. And people like Beyonce and Lizzo listened. You know what? Fantastic. So I'd really like it if the BL manga publishing industry could do the same. Granted, this is from 2010, so there's nothing they can do about it now. But this was super, super cute. They're just lovely. And it wasn't either of the two main characters that said the word, it was one of their older brothers. So I am kind of glad about that in a way, because the characters are very cute. So yeah, it's not something that obviously Yaya Sakuragi would have put in, but it's an English translation choice. There's a little extra at the end, which I didn't really care for too much, and that's the one that there's actually some schmexiness, because the other one, like the first story, which is basically the majority of it, is like that much is fairly tame. There's like a couple of kisses and that's about it. So yeah, if you don't like the smexiness, that's in that part of the story. And even here, I didn't find it particularly smexy. But anyway, I love it. I'm so happy to have it. And it was a great one. I totally forgot I hadn't even talked about it. I've talked about the other ones. So yeah, those are the 4. Very happy to have read them. Glad to get some of my older titles that I've had for a while read, and some of my new titles. So I'm reading what I'm bringing in, and I'm reading what I'm owning. great all round. Hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, let me know what you read for your BonBon Read-a-thon, or what you're gonna read for Manga Love Readathon. Maybe this vlog will be up by then. Maybe it won't. Who knows? You'll see it when you see it. Anyway, take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!